So thank you for downloading the 90-day psych practice launch kit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through this and just kind of explain how this works. This is on Google Docs, so if you need to, or if you're looking at this, you're going to click on File and you're going to click on Make a Copy, and then you're going to save it to your own Google Drive. All right. So with this over here, how this kind of works is this is basically like the most common things that have to be done. Now, feel free to add and change things as you see fit. But what I did is that I broke it down into weeks. So this way you can easily digest and see how what actions or activities you need to do week to week, right? So if you're new to business, this will definitely help. If you've opened up a practice before or worked on launching a business, you might have your own way. This is the easiest way for me to help other people who are just starting out. All right. So this is based on a 90-day, 12-week course. And I have this broken down over here. If you don't see this on your side, what you can do is you can open and close this side. So it's show tabs. And from here, you can go ahead and click on the different sections over here, right? So I'm just going to talk about the modules. Module 1 is laying down the foundation. And this is where we get into setting up your business, setting up your practice, and getting legal and going. Module 2, system setup and optimization. So, this is where we set up your EHR, we set up your MindPractice account, any Facebook, Google Ads, advertising. This is where we go ahead and do this, right? Then the next thing is going to be module 3, and this is more optimization of running a practice, because the reality is this: you're not going to be able to do everything up front. Nothing is ever going to be perfect. And what we want to do is that this 90-day launch kit is designed for you to make progress. Now, you're going to be making iterations and changes as you go along. So this is not like you follow this to a T and you don't make any adjustments or account for other things. This is solely used as a guide. So this is solely used as a guide so you can make sure you check all the boxes to get up and running properly and things don't slip through the cracks. All right. So, in this Google Doc, when you save this, you can click this button and I'll go ahead and cross it out. If you want to add something over here, so additional tasks, you can put this in here and then you can go ahead and cross it out when it's done. So you have the flexibility to add, change, remove, whatever you want on this. But this is designed to help people stay on task. Now, you might have a solo practitioner and you'll be doing telemedicine 100% working from home. You don't need to negotiate an office. You don't need to go through that whole process, right? So adjust this so it fits your situation. We base all of our practices on a 7-figure blueprint, and that usually requires 1 MD, 1 NP, and 1 therapist and 1 employee, right? So this is based on that. So change this so it works for you. And if you haven't yet, you can go ahead and get our startup and profit calculator, and then that will help you lay out the numbers. So working with both, you want to know the numbers and you want to have a launch kit. This is the way to start. Now, one last thing I want to make note of is that this is all under the assumption that you're going to start out as an individual. You're going to sublet. You're not going to go get an office yet, because what you want to do is you want to prove that you can get customers into your practice and you want to fill up your schedule first. Because if you go out and get an office and do all these crazy things before you even have any patients, before you have any contracts with any commercials or you've built your name up, you're going to be paying a lot of overhead month to month, and you're not going to be able to fill up people's schedule. You're not going to be able to get patients in the door. So I highly recommend that if you're starting out, first thing to do is validate your business. Make sure that you can bring patients in, that you have a system to get them through. Don't worry about perfection. Progress, not perfection. Can't stress this enough. All right. If you have any questions with this, you can go ahead and schedule a call with me. It's a free 15-minute call. I'll do my best to help you and answer any questions you have. Thank you and have a nice day.